Akku here again. Welcome back to Feed the Beast DW20 pack. I'm going to make a mob spawner in just a moment. I was looking here a second. As you can see, I've done the walls and I've got that same darkness issue on the walls that I didn't like in the main factory bit. I don't mind it so much in here. I'm going to like the walls, I think. But the problem is it breaks the connected textures for these laboratory blocks. This, I'm happy with it. Now it's like the next day since the last episode. What I should have done, and what I'd do if I was doing this again, I'd make these different heights. I think they'd look too uniform. I'd randomise it a bit and have some a bit lower and some a bit higher. I kind of like, I never mentioned this, I kind of like the way I've got this, like it looks like a lid that's been lowered down on chains. I just wanted it, I like the fact it's floating blocks, but I think it looks better if they're all connected in some way. So I've done this with these are the blocks from Foundcraft anyway. So I'm going to make some witches for that in a minute. As I mentioned yesterday, I had that wither witch in there and it unfortunately died. Now, I put a barrel there just because that was getting too full too quick. Oh, get off. Right, that's working away. So because I've learnt that these fluid conduits, they work off gravity, so it'll only actually put stuff into this barrel once it's over that level, which I quite like. It made me do things a little bit wrong over this side though. Now, if we come over here, there was a skeleton on a horse about here a minute ago when it was dark. On a horse. Love it. That's still running fine. What we've got on here? I'm not really low, but that was over 300. That's coming down steadily. Now, up here, we've got a full thing of obsidian. Now, I nearly messed up. And had to restart the entire series because I was going to put them two spawners in here, weren't they? And of course they're tech, they're not magic. This is the magic side of the factory. And the man factory reloaded, so, and the run off RF power, so they're clearly tech, so they should be on this side. So I've moved them across here. And what I've done is I've put them upstairs in there. I'll show you what I've done in a minute. This, by the way, doesn't keep up. I don't know if I was expecting it to or not really. I kind of thought I was just the speed that these breed. I thought the wheat and the carrots would keep up or not. So if you're doing this, be aware that if you want to go as fast as possible, you are going to need a bigger farm. So there is no point in me adding rituals to these because this isn't keeping up anyway. I need a bigger farm. It's bigger farm needs to make, of course. And this has gradually bred me enough ender lily seeds, and you see that's only took a little bit of your durability off the diamond hoe. It's taken none off the diamond axe, so I guess that's if you've got a tree farm, the diamond axe. I wonder if would it still work if I only had the hoe in there. I guess it would. So I understand that a little bit better now. The seeds it only puts into that first slot, so even though there was seeds in there, I don't know if that was empty then. Even though there was seeds in there, there was a couple of empty slots because it wasn't distributing the seeds around, if you know what I mean. But, I like the farming station. It works very nice. I shall be using it more. I killed a wither, and my limited vanilla knowledge nearly killed me because I drank a milk to get rid of the withering. It also got rid of my regen. And I killed the wither. I had 2 hearts left, and it was a bit close. So of course milk takes away. See, look, that nether wart just continues to grow and gets chucked at the back and despawns. I'll change that, but I can't be bothered. So yeah, my limited vanilla knowledge. I've never really drank milk to get rid of stuff. Manufacturer Reloaded lets you put milk into bottles, so you can just have a bottle of milk. Yes, got 7 bottles of milk there. Look. So yeah, luckily I had 2 hearts left when he died. Drank another milk, got rid of the wither, I had 2 hearts left. This is my spawn area. I've started randomising the factory a bit. I thought I'd put a metal box here. This is kind of like meant to be I think the goods outward area. I'm going to put loads of shipping doors there. I'm going to have a load of rail tracks here. I'm just going to, like I've done with the roads out the back, I'm going to do it so that the rail tracks I'll kind of go off into a fake tunnel down there somewhere. Like I've done a fake tunnel there. Now it's going to make a fake tunnel. This is going to have boxes and stuff like that. And I'm not going to have no machines in this room. It's going to have boxes. The windows are at different heights as well. So I think I'm going to have a staggered floor in here as well for the second floor. For the first floor. What Americans would call the second floor. We call it, in England, this is the ground floor, and that'd be the first. But in America, this would be the first, and that'd be the second. Right, anyway. Spawners. So, they're in the tech side now. So, there's the metal box. And there's my two little spawn rooms I've made. So, I've like recessed them into the wall. So, in here, they're just laboratory blocks. I've left a hole there just so I can get out and deal with stuff. Now, these pipes work off gravity. So, if you can see there, that is set to input-output at the minute. And it's drained this line. But because it's gravity fed, it's not drained it beyond here because it needs gravity to, you know, it needs to go higher than the level of the fluid, which I think is really cool. And the issue is I didn't know about it when I built it. So I really should have made the pressured ones, which unfortunately are a lot more expensive. Oh, I've got no. Oh, I have to make one. That's a chisel one. There we go. I've got that out for a reason, I think, so I can reach down there a bit better. But I don't think I need to reach down there so much now. Anyway, so I've made one spawner set up because I spawned some wither skeletons, and they took a lot of this. I had about 115, 120 odd, and it's knocked it down to 55. I've got 3 wither skulls. I didn't get any off the first few kills, and it was going through mob essence that quick. I wanted enough to spawn some witches. The thing with wither skeletons, you have to do it on spawn exact copy. There I've got a skeleton there that I got from the nether, so it's a wither skeleton. Spawn exact copy that uses a lot more power and a lot more essence to spawn exact copies. Yeah. So I wasn't actually using the grinder to kill it. I was just killing it with my ender because it's got that increased skull drops. I think that works on the wither skeletons as well. So rather than using that, I was using the ender to kill him. I should actually disconnect the power on that for the time being. Now I was going to set the redstone. This is redstone control. So if I flick that switch, it'll turn that on. Right, I do have to cut camera at 1 second because a 2-year-old about to charge into my bedroom. Back in a bit. And I'm back after 10 minutes of chaos in the house, and I've got a cup of tea out of it, so it's all good. Right, I've just disconnected the power cable under there for now. Something I don't know about these Ender IO cables is when they're not connected to anything, how do you manipulate the... I'll show you what I mean. It's easier to show you what I mean. This is with a redstone one, which it isn't, of course. The redstone doesn't actually connect with a face. Like this has got a face. I can click on the face. Oh, shit! I didn't mean to do that. I'll put a cable on there, aren't I? Idiot. Let's take that back off. Boom. This has got a face, so I can easily just click on the face to manipulate whatever's there, which is just a liquid one for that one. How do I click on the face to manipulate the redstone one? So if I wanted to change the channel, for example, so there is a redstone. That's the end of the redstone one there, but I don't know how to click on the face of it. I thought I could do it with a wrench, but wrench shouldn't do it either. What I'd like to do is change the channel colour so I can have different channel colours for different spawners. But because I haven't sussed it out yet, what I'm having to do is I put glass over here, by the way. I don't know if I like it because I keep forgetting and try and drop down and then realise why I ain't falling. I have to run round. Yeah. So all I've done is I've just disconnected the cable there for the time being. So that's isolated. I could have just took the Safari net out, to be honest. That would have been much more straightforward. Why not just do that? Right. Let's make the bits we need. We need, and we're back on the thermal expansion recipes, of course. We need 1 grinder. In fact, they should both be in the memory here. Yeah, cool. So we've got an auto spawner, which uses the thermal expansion stuff. Emeralds, magma creams, and my FPS has just dropped right down. What's going on? Let's see if it sorts back out once I come up here. And a grinder, which again uses an inverse sword, which is of course thermal expansion as well, and some gears, and then some books and plastic. So the only thing actually manufacturing loaded in there is the plastic. So we'll have a grinder as well, and then we'll come out of there, and hopefully the FPS will go back up. Yeah, that was weird. FPS was 5 when I was in there. Yeah, gone to 4. Something's not happy. That one's fine. So it's just something in that one. that it doesn't like. Strange. I'll check that out when I've finished recording. I did a little bit more work on the factory as well, so I'll show you in a minute. So all we've got, this is the ineffable glass, by the way. This is what I've dyed making because it uses the division sigil. Really nice. It's the other ethereal glass is not got connected textures. It's got a fancy pattern all the way through it. This, I think Direwolf asked Adi Timmer for this, possibly. It sounded like it did on a video. So this has got a connected texture, so it's not as, it's easy to see through. It's got the fancy bits in the corners, so you can tell what it is. But yeah, it looks very nice. So all we do here is we have an auto spawner in there, and we have, this is going to be a bit tricky to get at, which is why I've kind of got it like this. We have a grinder there, and if I turn the grinder around, do you work like that? You do. There we go. Grinder's facing that way now. Actually, don't want the grinder on at the minute because I need to Safarinate these guys, don't I? So let's leave the grinder off for the time being. Right, spawn exact copy, no, that's fine. And we want this to extract, always active. So that should fill up with mob essence. There we go. So this is all ready to go. All I need now is my witch safari net, and what I need to do, I made 10 of these. Now I've lost one because that wither witch died. So we'll see what happens here. So I've got all these safari nets. I don't want this to be too quick. So in fact, if we put this in here, it's actually turned off. Right, so now I can turn it on. You see, we're at 42. So when I was messing about, I actually spawned one of them. So it looks like it's spawning one of the withers on the exact copy. It looks like it takes about 13,000, which means I probably won't have enough here to fill up my witch thing anyway. So 42. That's filled that up as well, isn't it? And that holds 4 buckets worth. Are you a normal witch? Let's turn that off the. Right, we've got 2 in there. Let's grab these 2 guys. Now they can't see me until I go through there, but as soon as I go in, they're going to start throwing stuff at me. There's 1. There's 2. Cool. And I've got 41. So yeah, it takes a lot less doing exact copy now. So let's get these 2 in to my cages, and we'll see how it works over there. Now I've got 3 nether stars. Like I said, I killed 1 wither. I need to get more wither skulls. I need 1 more nether star, and I can upgrade this altar to a tier 5. So we'll get more blood. We'll get more LP once it's tier 5. Because at the minute, all these sacrifice runes are not being accounted for. All these ones on the outside, because I need 4 beacons. Right, let me throw this guy in here. We'll have this front one again. So because these are jailer safari nets, that means this guy shouldn't despawn. Of course, mobs, vanilla coding, of course, mobs will despawn if you go, I think, further than 128 blocks away from them, which is useful if you're trying to make things spawn and despawn on purpose, but is not useful if you are trying to use mobs for some kind of persistent farm like this. Right, put the chain back, and what I've got down here is, I always like to have a power switch on my rituals, just so you can control what's going on. So we're down at 535, and so we've cut the power. That's just a carpenter's block, one with a blood brick in it, just so it looks a bit nicer. I'm missing the switches mod. I don't know if it's been ported to 1.7.10, but I found vanilla levers really ugly. Them guys are taking damage, as you can see. Let me put light on. There we go. And you can see this is working because it's got this lovely little glyph graphic going on the top, and that's working nicely. Excellent. And with 2 of them, we're to 537, and what was we at? 535. So we've got 2,000. So once I get all 8 of them in there, we should have a decent amount of LP gain. You see them supping alien potions. That's why they stay alive. Now, unfortunately, because of the cages, I can't say how alive they are. I have to put a window in so I can see. Let's have a look. I don't want to oh shit. Oh, I thought I brought two then. So yeah, look, he's staying full. That's pretty cool. So they stay full. What I'll do is I'll go and capture another 6 of these and I'll get them put in there and we'll see how much LP we get when all 8 are in there. So for now I'll turn that off. Quickly though, before we do that, I'll show you what another bit of the factory I've been working on. It's all lit up just with torches at the minute because I've not actually got a way of getting in here yet, have I? Well, I have. It's just blocked off. I've done this area. Now, this is, like I said, it's like a bit officey, so I've done the floors a lot smaller than the rest. Marble floor in here, just plain white walls. I said I could get through here, but this is just blocked off for the time being until I get my Tinker's doors. Yeah, I'm going to use Tinker's doors, I think. There we go, I've just done all these. Nice. Instead of a lift, I thought I'd have a stairway. So I've got parquet floor there, it's got vanilla spruce there, and I've used just carpenter's things to make it look a bit nicer. And we've got some nice little apartments. I guess this one's even got a walk-in cupboard, look, under the stairs. So these are all the same all the way up, apart from the one at the bottom's got the walk-in cupboard. And then at the top here, I've not decided what to do with the top bit, but this is going to be my house. So I think I'm not going to have white walls in this top bit. I'm going to have something different. I think I might have purple, light blue, blue. I might have blue. I'm going to have a different colour walls in here anyway. Just this is going to be my house, and my bed's going to be in here. And I've realised when I blocked that off, that's where the blood altar is. I've got no way of getting into this room in a minute. This big open space here. There's no way of getting in, so I've knocked an hole in the wall. Well, there is. I can go for the hole in the roof, but there's no legit way of getting in. So I have to think of what to use that space for. That's a big space, isn't it? Big space with nothing in it. Right. I shall get the witches in the spawner. Here we go then. We have got a full captive set of 8 evil witches in there. And we can now turn this on. What I might do at some point is I might get a comparator to set up an automated signal for this so it only turns on once the alt is below 50% or so. I shall see. So if I turn this on, we shall see we're currently at 525, 689, 2000, another 1700. Excellent. So there we go. We have got automated LP production. So I can have anything that I want turned on really, and of course this, like I said, this will go up when I get 4 beacons around that. I should really need to get more mob essence. Speaking of that, that's on the list. What I need to do next then is get an actual mob farm to produce mob essence. We're getting a little bit from the cows and the pigs, but we're not getting anywhere near enough to actually run spawners. We've got this little amount. I need to change this around as well. I should put powered fluid conduits everywhere. That means for powered fluid conduits you need the leather quartz, which isn't an issue. I've got them fluid conduits. See it there, look, it says flow rate dependent on fluid viscosity and flow rate respects gravity, whereas the powered ones, pressurized ones, they will go uphill, for want of a better word. But them need fused quartz, which of course needs quartz, and of course I have got lots of quartz from Britannia, so that all works out nicely. So I shall make a load of them with some of the quartz. We're getting to the point where I have got most of the buildings walled, so we don't need so much quartz. Speaking of that, I've nearly got 256 stacks of both of them, which is pretty cool. I'm running bricks together at the minute. Not that I need many more bricks now, but I thought I'd fill them both up. I've just got a load of quartz out there, so that's empty. We've got 9 stacks of quartz and 8 stacks of glowstone at the moment. I've left that running. That would work better if this was bigger. It seems to look for spots around it rather than just, so because there's only 6 spots, 8 spots around it, I mean, it's not making plants as often as it would, I think, if it had the full 9x9. Anyway, so that would work better if that bit of grass was bigger, I think. And because we have now got automated automated LP, we might as well. I thought I did that. How do I turn this guy back on? I thought I just clicked that one on wand. I shall have to check my book. Right. Let me just turn this back on really quick. Alphamancy, Portal to Alheim, blah 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 blah. Make a frame, do that, add mana pools, place them. Right click the core, wander the forest. Have I done something wrong? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Don't want to be there. Right. I'll do that later. I'll move them and I'll do that later. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to make a couple more things from Mine Factory Reloaded. I've got all the bits ready. This work table kept dropping my FPS. I tried taking all the bits out, I tried clearing the recipes. In the end I just destroyed it and made a fresh one. And this one works fine now. I want to try the plastic pipe, but I've made more of that and my FPS is staying on 30 before it was dropping right down. So something was wrong with that work table that was there. And they're cheap to make, so I just destroyed it and made a new one. What we're going to make now is, we're going to make 3 things. We're going to make a liquid crafter. Liquid crafter like so. There's the bits if you want to see. And we are going to make, I've got all the bits ready so I can just make them real quick. Auto. We're going to make an auto brewer. Now I think I made more than one of these, if I remember rightly. Last time I used these was in my Titan build in 1.5.2, 1.6.4, 1.5.2 I think. So I've made one for now, I might have to make another one. And I'm going to be a bit snardy, I'm going to make an auto disenchanter. It's not cheaty, but it's a bit of a workaround. Now the auto disenchanter, you'll see what I mean in a minute. I'll use that first, I'll get the snardiness out of the way first. Let's say I get a power source for it. And what I'm going to do, so I've got all this to use. I might as well, I'm going to give my Thalmic robes protection for and repair and all stuff like that. What I've got from a loot chest is a Thalmic hoe. And what I can do with it is if I place it in the enchantment table. Someone mentioned about lapis in a comment, by the way. That's 1.8. I can't use lapis yet. In 1.8 you can use lapis to increase your levels, so you don't need as many levels to enchant something, and you also get a bit of a clue to what's going on. So the only thing you can enchant a Thalmic hoe with, I believe, is repair. There we go, look, we've got repair too. And now, because of Schnard, because of Roy Schneider here, where shall I put this? All this space and I'm struggling to put something somewhere. How ridiculous is that? I'll leave it there for now. So what I'm going to do is just put a power source on that. So that guy's got power and we need a book. And what I can do is if I put a blank book in there, and if I put this Thalmic hoe in there, it's starting to work. Thalmic hoe, and what it's going to do is going to take repair 2 off and give me it in book form. So if I get 40 levels while I'm waiting for that, excuse me. So you see this liquid tanks makes getting the levels much quicker than eating berries. Come on, slow ass. These seem a bit slower than they used to be. I don't know if it's just me, or if they've changed for 1.7 and a bit slower. And there we go, look at that. We've got a slightly damaged Thalmic hoe, and we've got an enchanted book, repair 2. Excellent. So now I can, of course, with my bibliocraft setup and my 40 levels, I can make a copy of that, and I've now got repair 2. That's copyable. Excellent. So a little bit snardy. I don't know. Some people don't like that, I'm sure, and I apologise if you're one of the people that doesn't like it. But I did go through quite a few levels just trying to get repair on a book, and you can go. I mean, you could fill chests just trying to get a repair book, and I wanted it as a book, obviously, because I suppose I could have legit just started enchanting Thalmium items, and that would have worked as well eventually. But if you do it with a hoe, then because repair's the only enchant that goes on there, it gets you a bit quicker, you know. Right, let's have a look at these 2 things. That, do you take power? I don't believe you do. Cool. And do you take power? I think you do. you do take power, right? Potion type resource. I'm going to have to watch my old video and remind myself how I set this up. First of all then, let's sort the liquid crafter out. Oh, broken the damn floor. I ain't got a manufacturing floor, have I? This was going to be my Pneumatic craft side and thermal expansion side. This is up here all on its own, is a bit sad, isn't it? Right, what I've actually got is, I don't want this in there. I want it in one of them. Come back here, you. Right, tell you what, give me a couple of minutes, I'll sort these things out instead of me doing inane stuff on camera, and I will be ready to craft, I believe, some cake. Okay then, here we are, and I've changed things around a little bit. I'm going to get to the crafting of the potions in just a minute. I've changed my mob essence to ender tanks. It's a bit meh. I'd rather use pipe, but at the minute I can't be bothered to make all them pipes. So just for now, while we're running off this, I've got an ender tank on both of them, and that's just draining down into that drum. And I've got an ender tank over here. Of course, it's night time. I've got an ender tank over here next to this drum, feeding from the mob farms into there. So that's going up slowly. If we look at our divination sigil, you will see we are rocking on full power. Just look at that, wonderful. And I have reopened the gate to L farm, so that's drawing power as well. That is a constant draw. I actually move the portal forward because it's much easier than moving the mana pools back. So you can see that's bursting because it's filling the pool. These are constantly bursting. By the way, when I made these, I don't know if I mentioned, I'm upgraded to the 11 mana spreaders, which move mana much quicker. 4 thermal lilies produces quite a lot. You see it's filling up. When I looked at my normal mana spreaders, they were just full. I also tried sending mana across here, but the distance was too long, so they got backed up. The distance wasn't too long. They could do 20 blocks, but they was getting that much mana in. Each burst takes time to get across, so it wasn't bursting fast enough to actually empty out the mana spreaders. If that makes sense. So that's all focus. That one's just not doing much. But yeah. So I did have it, so I had fancy lights going across here, but it was that one working. Anyway, let's get on with what I'm actually meant to be doing in this bit of the episode. So I've actually started to bring down here. I've connected the. That's why I wanted the ender tanks. I actually went to the nether because I needed some ender and some blaze rods, and I've got this 20 levels is from fighting mobs. There's actually a nether fortress right near where my my portal is, and I've got 2 wither skulls from fighting wither skeletons there. So I need 1 more to upgrade my blood magical to a tier 5. Right, I've put my auto brewer down here. I've given it power and I've given it water from the aqueous accumulator. That's in the corner there. So I've just run the liquid pipes down. Thought no point making another one. I can just pipe it in. So there we go. That's got that. Glass bottles go in there. Water goes there. And it's really straightforward. This guy. It's really nice as well. What I'll do is we're going to grab some. Right, I'm going to do this manually for now. I could pipe all this in, but I'm going to do it manually for a reason. Is that I don't know exactly how many of these I need. So I've got 3 lots of nether wart, 3 lots of reeds, and I need to turn the reeds into sugar cane. So I could get this to do all this, but I say I don't know how many I'm going to need. All you do is you put the type in there. What that's going to do is that's just took one of them glass bottles and made it into a water bottle, into a sorry. When I put resources in there, it's made it into a water bottle, put it there, and now it's processing that, and it's going to turn that into a awkward potion because it knows I put the type in there to tell it what to make, and it's got resources there. So now it's made an awkward potion, and it's slotted the next water bottle in there. Wonderful. So now I put sugar there, and this is clever. If you pipe stuff in, it will only put in 3 stacks of sugar. It'll only put in 3 stacks. It won't fill all this. And there we go, we've made a potion of swiftness, as easy as that. So it's just a case of pumping that out into where we want to craft. So that's that side done. So we're making potions of swiftness there. Now this side, we want to create cake. So all we're doing the liquid crafter is we put the recipe for cake in, which I believe, so this is more sugar, and I put these in here just to show you what I'm making the sugar and the, so sugar cane makes sugar, of course. Wheat, if you put wheat in just your crafting table, you get wheat flour. Now I'm not short for wheat at all, but cake you can either make it with 3 wheat or 1 wheat flour, and there we go. We've got a recipe in there for cake. This stuff we're going to need in a minute. So I can actually get rid of the milk bucket, and what I've done is I've got a reinforced potable tank there full of milk. I can just put that on the top, and I can wrench that for now. I could end the tank these, or I could pump these in, and we've got a milk tank with stuff in it there. This needs a redstone signal, so I'm going to have to make a quick timer, which I meant to make off camera and I forgot all about. Do we have timers on there? We don't have timer, do we? So I've got timer in the table, please. What do we need? We need 2 of them. We've got a load of them. We've got 3 of them. We need a pointer. We haven't got any pointers. Oops. There we go. Right, I need to make some pointers. I need some smooth stone. Get up. Let's have 8 of them for now. So, it turns out I'll have 7 of them. Turns out. 7 of them guys, and now I should be able to make a timer. Wonderful. Work table, you are amazing. And all I'm going to do with this guy is, you don't need power. So I'm going to put my timer behind him. And every time that gets a pulse, I could have made a redstone clock or anything like that. There's the nice block redstone clock there. That's quite cool. That does this, but I'll just use a timer because I can always turn a timer off if I want to. There we go. That's all that's going to do. Is auto craft me 16 cake. So I've got cake. I've got potions of swiftness. What I need now is to be able to craft them into my. Because of course I'm making speed runs, speed upgrades here. Speed. So I need swiftness, cake, and lapis. So what I'm going to make is another thing from Ender.io. This guy needs a crafting table, there's zombie logic controller, machine casing, and 6 iron ingots. And what we've got there is an item called a crafter. That's getting power, wonderful. The zombie controller, just to remind you, of course, I've got some, I've got octadics in there that I made earlier. That's what you're making that guy, of course, with a zombie skull and stuff. And we can upgrade that with a capacitor so it's quicker. Not that it's going to be quick, it's going to be waiting for potions of swiftness. I could put a chest in between here, and I'll take that out. I could put a chest in between here and have a stock of these potions of swiftness, but for now, let's do it like that. And I'm going to want cake. And I'm going to want lapis. My lapis barrel, by the way, is full, which is why I've got. Don't know why I'm doing that. I'm just messing about, really. My lapis drum is full, which is why I've had some in the chest for a few days. And what I can do now is then if we put them in the corners, so we've got plenty of stuff. And now with the configure, we'll pull from that side, we can pull from that side, and what we're going to see, that is a bit slow, isn't it? What we're going to see is every now and again, should I just put a chest in between there? We're in no rush for these. I can just leave it for 10 minutes. There we go. We've got our first manually auto-crafted speed upgrade. Wonderful. And that, of course, I'm going to have some in here. So these take speed upgrades. No, they don't. I'm lying. Oh, they don't take speed upgrades at all, do they? I thought there, take speed upgrades. Yeah, there we go. So speed upgrades will increase the input and the output of my pressure chamber. They will not go on there, delete. No. Do you go on there? Speed upgrades will charge my stuff quicker. Go on there. Yep. So I need loads of speed upgrades, and of course I'm going to put 5 in each of my elevators. So there we go. I've also crafted speed upgrades. Now I've got a load of swiftness potions in here that I made semi-manually a few days ago before I was able to make cake before I update the version. So I can use all these up. So next time you see me, I'll have fully upgraded Pneumatic craft stuff with speed. Excellent. Thank you as always for watching. I hope that was entertaining. Nice little simple auto crafting system there, making me these guys. So as you see, once we put things in quicker, they will make them quicker. I say I'm in no rush for these. I can just leave this automatically crafting, and I've got loads of speed upgrades. Excellent. Thank you very much for watching. I shall see you next time. Cheers. Bye. And just when you thought I'd gone, I am actually back because I did a couple of things slightly wrong. One thing I forgot when I was doing this in my creative world, this will not output directly into there using the pull mechanism on the side there. It doesn't pull the cakes in. So I have put in a conduit on the back. That's just set to extract, and that's just set to insert, and that will only pull out the output slot, so that's all good. So that's working nicely. I've actually run out of milk now. I have to get some more milk in there, and I thought I might as well show you the lift in action. Now we've got it lift with 5 in. The lift actually doesn't say it can take speed upgrades, but it can. Now if we jump in here, you'll see that speed of 5. It's nice and quick. Look at that. Excellent. So I think that's a reasonable speed for getting up and down somewhere, isn't it? I like that a lot. Ooh, fell off. Great stuff. Bye.